Ikinagulat ng ilang kaanak ni Ginang Cristina Corona na ang anak niya ang majority stockholder ng kumpanyang pag-aari ng pamilya na may bahay ng Chief Justice. Nasorpresa rin silang naibenta na ang shares ng Basag Gidote Enterprises Incorporated sa bagsak presyong halaga. Saksi si Sandra Aguinaldo.
Sa bawat haplos, sa bawat yakap at halik, ipinapakita sa publiko ni Cristina Corona ang kanyang suporta para sa mister na si Chief Justice Renato Corona. Pero kung tutusin, mabigat din ang dinadala ni Mrs. Corona. Sa impeachment trial, nabuhay uli ang usapin kaugnay sa Basag Gidote Enterprises Inc. of BGAI, kumpanyang pag-aari ng kanyang pamilya. Idineklara kasi ni Corona sa kanyang 2003 SALN na nag-cash advance siya ng 11 million pesos mula sa kumpanya ng kanyang asawa, pambili umano ng property. Lumabas din sa impeachment trial noong nakaraang linggo na pag-aari na ng anak ni Corona na si Carla Castillo ang majority ng shares ng BGEI. Ikinagulat daw ito ng tiyahin ni Mrs. Corona na si Cecilia Basa at pinsang buo na si Flor Maria Basa Montalvan.
We just heard that she sold it, but there was no confirmation. It was only confirmed in the impeachment. We heard that she garnished the shares of and then sold it to the daughter. So it was all a revelation to us.
Ang BGEI ay minana mula sa kanilang mga magulang ng magkakapatid na sina Sister Concepcion, Mario, ama ni Flor, Asuncion Basa Rocco na ina ni Cristina Corona, Sister Flory at Jose Maria III. Tanging si Sister Flory na lang ang nabubuhay sa magkakapatid. Hindi pa rin malinaw kina Flor at kanyang inang si Cecilia kung paano napunta kay Mrs. Corona ang kontrol ng kumpanya. Ang shares daw nila sa kumpanya ay ibinenta nila sa tiyuhing si Jose na kalaunan ay nagsampa ng estafa case kay Mrs. Corona. Pero bumuwelta si Cristina ng libel case at nagpalabas ng warrant of arrest ang korte. Kung hindi nakapagpiyansa, isa sa pinaaresto noon si Cecilia na ngayon ay halos 90 anyos na.
Masakit naman sa family na we are one family. We should all be united and close to each other, but we don't really know them anymore.
Kung nalaman lang daw sana nila ang pagsusubasta ng BGEI shares, hindi sana ito nabili ng anak ni Corona sa bagsak presyong halaga.
When we found out it was only 28,000, I said I could have raised the money too. Of course, we want to keep it for my dad's sake.
Pero sagot ng abogado ni Corona, legal ang mga naging aksyon ni Mrs. Corona sa kaso ng BGEI.
May na-violate ba? Meron hubang desisyon ng husgado? Yung mga lumabas na notice po, bata pa yung sila Carla. At siguro kung may mga anak kayo at nakita yung nanay mo sa dyaryo na sinasabing notices na may mga kaso, iba po sa bata yon. Kasi yung bang award ng husgado, sapat doon sa dinaanan ng mga bata habang lumalaki.
Sa kabila ng sakit na idinulot, umaasa pa rin daw silang isang araw magkakasundo silang lahat. Ayon na rin sa kahilingan ng kanilang namayapang lola.
Sana we can all work out things for the sake of Lola. Amicably, peacefully, and settle all these things outside of lawsuits and be one. As a family should be one.
Sandra Aguinaldo ang inyong saksi.
Nagsagutan naman sina Senadora Miriam Defensor Santiago at Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales sa pagpapatuloy ng impeachment trial ni Chief Justice Renato Corona. Kinwestiyon kasi ng Senadora ang kapangyarihan ng Office of the Ombudsman na pakilusin ng Anti-Money Laundering Council na kumalap ng impormasyon sa umunoy dollar deposits ng punong maestrado. Saksi si Sherry Ann Torres.
Sa ikalawang araw ng pag-upo sa witness stand, Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales, inusisa siya ni Senadora Miriam Defensor Santiago tungkol sa kapangyarihan ng Office of the Ombudsman na utusan ng Anti-Money Laundering Council o AMLAC na kumuha ng detalye ng mga bank account ni Chief Justice Renato Corona matapos matanggap ni Morales ang una sa 3 reklamo laban sa punong maestrado.
Is it your position, Madam, that the powers of the Ombudsman under the Constitution override the provisions of the AMLA as passed by Congress and the Eugenio case, which I just quoted, as decided by the Supreme Court?
I must just abide by what the provisions of the Ombudsman law provides. until the provision is declared unconstitutional, I must abide by it, Your Honor.
You mean that your powers as enumerated in the Constitution override the laws passed by Congress, such as AMLA law, the Judicial Bank Secrecy Deposit Law, the Foreign Currency Deposit Law, and even the case of Eugenio.
I invite your attention, Your Honor, to the AMLA law, Section 3C.
Yes.
3C, it says, monetary instrument refers to coins or currency of legal tender of the Philippines
Yes.
or of any other country.
So, what is the point of your answer?
My point is that dollars are covered.
There is no question about
No.
that.
Okay.
The issue here is that under the AMLA law, first, it is the council must conduct a fact-finding system, and then if it finds probable cause, refer the matter to you for preliminary investigation. But you did not follow this procedure. Plus, there is a provision in the same law that provides that you must first go file a petition in court and get a court order before AMLA can answer your question.
Yes, Your Honor, but this applies only for cases involving money laundering.
Pero tanong ng Senadora, ano raw ba ang saysay ng fact-finding investigation ng Ombudsman? Gayong gumugulong na raw ang impeachment trial.
Do you intend, if the defendant is acquitted, to file a second complaint for impeachment this year?
Your Honor, it is the House which determines whether, on the basis of the data it receives...
I'm not asking about who decides. If in this first impeachment trial, the defendant is acquitted, do you intend to file a second impeachment complaint against him after the one-year ban?
For the purpose of filing
yes,
an impeachment complaint?
That's right.
If that is warranted after the investigation, conclusion of the investigation. If it's warranted, we will.
All right. Thank you. That is the only question. So we are placing the defendant on notice that even if this court acquits him, he can expect a second impeachment complaint by December this year.
Pero di pa rito nagtapos ang mainit na tagpo sa pagitan ng Senadora at ng Ombudsman.
Are you the opinion, therefore, that should somebody file a complaint against any of us senators or members of the House, you can just go straight to AMLA and ask for our records without going to the court or without waiting for probable cause to be found by the council itself?
That would depend on the complaint, Your Honor.
Yes, of course, it will depend on the complaint. But suppose, hypothetically, that you find that the complaint is warranted. Is that your view? That you can just act on your own?
It would
sua
depend.
sponte?
It would depend on the nature of the complaint.
I
Your
know
Honor.
that. But suppose that after all your own internal procedures, and you have made a decision that the complaint is worthy of further consideration, is it your considered opinion that, as in this case, you can just go direct to AMLA and not follow the procedures in the AMLA law?
Your Honor, again, I said it would depend on the complaint.
Well, you're fudging your answer.
No,
Madam Witness.
you said it's... I said
You
if
are
it's
arguing with the Senator
I'm
Judge.
sorry, mea culpa.
I accept the apology.
Noted.
Si Senate Minority Leader Alan Peter Cayetano naman, hindi raw makapaniwalang ganun lang kadaling nakahingi ng tulong sa AMLAC ang Ombudsman. Gayong ibang-iba raw ang naranasan nila noong Administrasyong Arroyo.
Kasi dati, yung mga previous ombudsman, ma'am, BIR lang ang tinitignan o ibang agencies, pero yung AMLAC, hindi nila kinukunan at sinasabing confidential kasi yung bank accounts.
Sagot ni Morales, mismong si Corona raw ang nagbigay sa Ombudsman ng kapangyarihang busisiin ang kanyang yaman sa pinirmahan daw nitong waiver sa Statement of Assets, Liabilities and Net Worth o SALN.
To me, that's a consent.
That's a consent.
On the part of the tax filer.
Sa puntong ito, pumagitna na si Presiding Officer Juan Ponce Enrile.
These issues are not cogent to the impeachment process we are here. This is not in aid of legislation. We are trying a case of impeachment. So, if we want to amend the laws in order to adopt certain policies, we'll have to take that up as a legislative body. But we must focus our attention to the matter at hand, and that is the impeachment case.
Yes. What I was going through is that if this is a product of an illegal search, then this is not admissible.
The rules of evidence govern in these proceedings, not in the case of inquiries in aid of legislation. And evidence is admissible if not excluded by the rules of evidence or by a statute, particular an express provision of a statute. There's none in the bank secrecy laws that says that evidence illegally obtained in violation of those bank secrecy laws are excluded evidence in any proceeding.
Pero ang ipinamalas sa kapangyarihan ng ombudsman na mautusan umano ng ganun-ganun na lang ang AMLAC, di pa rin binitiwan ng ibang senator judge.
Baka nagagamit po yung AMLAC o mismo ang inyong tanggapan sa mga tao o sa mga politikong kritikal sa administrasyong ito.
I would not jeopardize my 40 years of government service spotless. I am immodest to say that by allowing myself to be a tool of anyone in order to get back at certain persons against whom that anyone is sore at.
Sinubukan namin kunin ang panig na AMLAC pero tumanggi magpa-interview sa Executive Director Vicente Aquino na siyang personal umano nag-abot ng 17-page report ng ahensya kay Ombudsman Morales. Sa pagpapatuloy ng cross-examination sa kanya kanina ng prosekusyon, muli iginit ni Morales na umabot sa $12.1 million ang pumasok sa umano'y mga dollar account ni Corona mula April 14, 2003 hanggang December 22, 2011. Lumutang din sa pagdinig ang mga kapansin-pansing paggalaw sa mga pondo umano ni Corona, kasabay na ilang mahahalagang pangyayari. Noong 2004 elections, ayon kay Morales, may kabuo ang $1 million daw na pumasok sa bank account ni Corona sa BPI Acropolis. Ilang araw naman bago ang 2007 elections, nagkaroon ng di bababa sa 6 na deposito sa account umano ni Corona sa BPI San Francisco del Monte branch. At nang i-impeach si Corona ng Kamara Disyembre noong nakaraang taon, sinabi ni Morales na mahigit $3 million daw ang gumalaw sa bank deposits ni Corona sa BPI, Allied Bank at PS Bank.
A conservative estimate of the total funds that were moved during the impeachment week.
Sa redirect examination ng depensa, tila nagkainitan naman ang dalawang dating maestrado ng Korte Suprema.
So that is
Because
beyond...
that was furnished to me by the AMLA.
So that is beyond your comprehension.
What do you mean beyond my comprehension? I don't understand it.
Yes.
Beyond my competence, yes, but not beyond my comprehension.
What verification did you undertake, if you did, in connection with the accuracy of the figures therein stated?
I could not go directly to the bank.
You swallowed hook, line, and sinker the entire contents of the document.
Since I was given this document, the presumption is that these are documents correctly reflected in the data of the AMLAC.
Sa dami ng detalye na nakalagay sa AMLAC documents na ibinigay sa impeachment court ni Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales, nagmosyon si Senadora Miriam Defensor Santiago na ipatawag na lamang dito yung mga manager ng mga bangko na binabanggit sa naturang dokumento. Pero ang desisyon ng impeachment court, isama na lamang ito sa caucus nila na gagawin sa Lunes. Sa lahat ng ito, isa lang ang naging tugon ni Chief Justice Corona.
No resignation.
Sir, pero yung...
Tuloy ang laban.
Ako si Sharian Torres, ang iyong saksi.
Saksihan mamaya. Search for the happiest Pinoy. Inilunsad po ng DepEd.
Inaguri ang Dr. Dogs, pinasaya ang special children sa Rodriguez, Rizal.
Atong haya ng engranding birthday celebration ni Mami D.
Huwag bibitiw!
Sama-sama pa rin tayo magiging saksi.